Hi, I'm Gabe Cohen, Chief Instructor of American Krav Maga and owner of Israeli Krav Maga Aspen, also Glenwood Springs Martial Arts Academy. I'm here with a special guest, my friend Gheorghe Husar from Engage Club Academy and also the Spartan Krav Maga Academy in the UK. He has 7 schools there. He has a school in Romania. He came with the sole purpose of training me this entire week. And we have a couple seminars coming up Friday night and Saturday. I'm real excited about that. He's been helping out with my students this week. It's just a great honor to have you here, Gheorghe.
Nice to be here and work with you, and we'll do a lot of good stuff then.
Absolutely. Before we get started, I just want to give you a gift. You know, I've been working. I just got into executive protection the last few years on a higher professional level, working with some celebrities and well, I can't really say because of the security deal, but I started my career as a bouncer, and I published my first book, The Pitbull Bouncer, a proven guide for nightclub owners, bar managers, and security personnel. And it's a great honor for me to
Thank you very much.
My book after talking to you for so long.
Yeah, I'll definitely read it, and I'll let you know my opinion about it.
Sure.
Yes.
And when we get done with this interview, we're going to go to Scarlett's, Andrew Sandler's new restaurant. Here in Aspen, Colorado. We're at the local grassroots TV station, and it's an honor to be here. And Andrew wrote the foreword to my book. He's been a good friend to me and helped me implement my security program and my training to his staff. So I just want to mention that since we are on a local TV station, Andrew's been a good friend and a big supporter of mine. Having said that, we'll finish this with a nice lunch over at Scarlett's, his new restaurant.
Fantastic.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? I know you have a extensive military background and then got into some security work, and but what I'm really most impressed with is your martial arts and Krav Maga career.
Okay, so let's see, I start to train a little bit on fighting and just kind of moving around with my father. My father was an ex-Romanian champion on wrestling. So he taught me how to kind of throw people around and stuff like that in a self-defense purpose. But obviously as a kid, you always end up in fighting with other kids. So I've been always on fighting, which is not good. Fighting should be the last solution.
Absolutely.
When you enter a fight, people get injured. So then I've done a little bit boxing later on, because back in time in 1980s on the Ceausescu regime, everyone called him dictator, but I don't think it was. Anyway, so it was the national service. I went to army. I spent 1 year, and then I left the army. I took a break from the army for another year. When I start to build up my karate club. So I had a karate club back in Romania, yes.
So
my own school there. Yes, I was around 19 years old.
Oh, I didn't know that.
When I had my own club. And then I went back to the army to work. Then I've been working 10 years as an instructor, so teaching self-defense in army, teaching shooting.
So
I think you call it PT.
Physical
training for 10 years, and I've done a lot of martial arts competition, military ones. At that point, we weren't allowed to participate on a civilian competitions, but I've done a lot of non-contact and full contact competition for army.
Sure, in-house.
Yes, in-house.
Probably pretty rough. I can imagine.
Yes, because you know, the soldiers have a lot of time to train and become tough and stuff like that.
A whole nother level, for sure.
So on all this time also I run my own club out of the army and looking after soldiers in army.
That's impressive. I didn't know that.
I try to go to when the first things start in Europe with Kosovo. and who was in charge, they didn't let me to go because they said, I don't want to lose you, we just want you here because you are a good instructor, so we need an instructor. So I was kind of a little bit disappointed because I was ready to
work some
kind of real life action.
But you're an asset to the
yeah,
military,
that's
to the government.
Yes.
I mean, you help take care of to make sure your soldiers came home safe.
That's the point.
So
in 2000, I left the army. I left my country. I just came for a different adventure to try new stuff. So I've been involved with close protection and in Portugal. For a while, I've done door supervisor, we call it in England. I can give you like a bouncer.
Right.
Yeah,
Nightclub security.
Yes.
Can I mention? You were telling me this past week that you worked at a big club in Portugal, and I mean it was open. Like there wasn't like a door, like a funnel
it's
where
because,
they had to get through.
No,
and by
open.
yourself.
Yeah. So because I used to work in Porto Santo, which is a part of Madeira. They belong to Portugal, but they are kind of they have autonomy.
Oh.
They have their own president, which I've done a cross protection for João Alberto Jardim.
Presidential bodyguard.
Well, it's one thing when you are an armed close protection officer, and it's a different thing when you are doing close protection and you are not, you don't have any weapons. It's a totally different.
You were unarmed.
Unarmed.
Going to unarmed business?
Yes, you know how it's working. So
yeah,
I
know.
It's even harder. But anyway,
I know all about that.
It was a good experience. I'm not going to too much on the details. While I've been working in Porto Santo, I've done also security for Last Ketchup.
What's
was
that?
A group, a singing group from Spain. Bonnie M, yes, was part of a kind of a festival there. Yeah. Yes, some big big names, DJ names.
So you've been, I was going to say you've seen what I've seen, but you've probably seen a lot more of it.
Yeah,
I've done it here in the United States.
It's hard when you work with VIPs. But for example, Last Ketchup. Maybe I shouldn't mention this. Smoking on a stage, just throwing the bits. Population gets angry, and you have to kind of deal with.
Oh, I see. So dealing with the repercussions of the people.
Yes, so that's why
it's
don't worry.
Yeah.
Anyway,
they don't pay you enough to get hurt for their childness.
Being a bouncer was out there was a great experience because I was on my own. Good money, but for me, being a bouncer, it's about being smart, not being strong and a good necessary to beat people up. As I mentioned to you once,
learning how to use your verbal Krav Maga.
Yeah,
right? Your verbal judo, as they say.
Yeah, exactly. So you can achieve more with a good communication skills than with overpowering somebody or being more aggressive.
You can't overpower everybody either.
Yes,
you don't want to get yourself in a wreck.
No. While I was in Portugal, also I was working as instructing
you were
full contact, and other combats there on the local area, and I come across with Krav Maga. So
that's how you first discovered it over there
in 2002. Yeah.
Okay.
And then on the first session, I just fell in love with Krav Maga. I saw how simple it is, how efficient it is. No.
Easy to learn, easy to remember. Totally
not too much
effective.
flowers, just straight forward. So
I had the similar experience. My first class, it was just that's all I needed. I was hooked. I'm like, this is for me. This is in my blood.
Yeah, because I've done a lot of competitions, and that's in the martial arts. And I'm not slamming down the martial arts, but we have a lot of stuff that you train. It's an art. You want to be the best in that art, but a lot of things you even don't use it in a competition, because if you have a great coach, they'll know what's your best shots, the way how you move and everything. So they'll build your tactics based on what you're good on.
Oh, I see, on your best potential. Huh?
Potential, that makes sense.
Yes,
to take points and everything. So actually, a lot of things what you do in kata and classes in Kihon and Maini, Sagaru, that which is kind of some Japanese term, moving forwards and backwards and all sorts, you don't use it.
Right. It's not that practical for self-defense. Some of it.
We still use it.
Some of it's good.
Yeah.
You take what's good and you use it, and you.
That's exactly what you should do. See what's appropriate for these days, because we see the world change, the criminal mind change. Everyone become more.
Threats.
We have to keep up with them. So what been applying 20 years ago doesn't apply now.
So George, tell me about. So you got introduced to Krav Maga, Portugal. You fell in love with it. What happened next? You came back to UK and you sought out one of the bigger franchises.
I got a contract to work security for Piano Ferries, and then when I get on board there, like I learned English
on a ferry ship?
Yes,
I see.
I learned English through the books from school, what I could remember from school.
Oh,
but
wow, good for you.
I got a test to be able to work for that company, but you know, it's totally different when I get in UK in Heathrow. That's the language I couldn't kind of barely understand.
The accents,
the stuff,
the different dialects.
Was hard. So I was off of that actually from that contract as a security.
Oh, because you couldn't understand the language.
I couldn't understand properly. Yeah, so you cannot do a proper job.
Sure.
So in 6 months I just improved my English, and then I work as a security for Piano Ferries, which was a different experience. Then what I had in Portugal, dealing with drunk people, with all sorts of people and aggressive people in a confined area, because you're on a ship. That makes sense. So
crazy.
And a mixed crowd with family and kids, and it was great.
Yeah,
and every experience is great.
Yes.
Yeah,
but you learn different things from different experiences.
So in 2007, I finished my Krav Maga instructor course, and then I left. And
that was with just one of the more popular, let's say, franchises that. Was that in
I've
the
done
UK,
my
or did you go to Israel?
No, actually, I've done it. The first part of my instructor course, it was in Sweden.
Oh, Sweden.
Second part, it was, and my first part, I've done it with Amnon Darsa and with Tommy Bloom. Big names in a Krav Maga community.
Yes.
Second part was in Poland. I've done it with Tamir Gilad, which we're still very good friends with Tamir.
Yeah, and that's very solid program right there.
Yeah. And then third part, actually on the second part, I trained also with Eyal.
Yeah.
There, and the third part was only with Tommy Bloom back in Sweden. So I finished my instructor course, and then 2008. I opened the Spartans Academy of Krav Maga with 2 classes.
In the UK first, or
in UK?
Romania?
No, UK.
Okay.
So I opened 2 classes, and then we extended from there. So now we have a club in Romania. We have a good participation. I mean, we are in a very good relationship with Krav Maga mentality from
Greece.
From Greece, yes, we work very close with them. And now here with Krav Maga.
That excites me.
Yeah,
gets my blood going.
In 2005.
Yeah, tell me. So tell me, because we talked a little bit about it, and we have a very, I think, similar experience. Being new to the Krav Maga community, you read up, you do whatever research you can, but you don't really have much reference with who's who and what's good and what's not good.
I'm trying to stay out of the politics.
Right. No. We don't want to name. We don't want to name names.
No, we don't.
But I do want to name one name, and I want to know why. I'm comfortable with it, but I think
I know what you want to name.
You know where I'm going,
I will do it. I will do it. Yes. So
you do it. Bring it.
I've been with one of the federations, which in the beginning it was okay, and the problem is, like, I had my own experience. I've been on the streets, and I know what's working, what's not. Yes.
Yes.
And I see how people work, and I understand a little bit about human behavior, criminal behavior, and a lot of things that are not right. And structure. Again, I don't want people to think I'm kind of slamming something for somebody. It's like, I think the commercial Krav Maga try to compete with martial arts. So they have lots of strikes, what you even don't use them.
I also
and
think
they are go against the principles. Don't turn your back onto your opponent. And it's anyway.
and compete with the fitness community. I
Yes.
know it's a lots. It's a cardio workout with, and of course you need to have cardio.
It's
but,
good.
but where's your focus?
Listen, it's for different type of people.
Absolutely.
People who want to do this will do this. So
Some people
For-
just dictate to the market. Some people dictate
I tell to my students,
to reality.
somebody asked me, what's this? This is better than the Krav Maga, or this is better than Krav Maga? I said, it's nothing better than this, or this is better than that. It's what you believe is good for you. Doesn't matter, like, if somebody come in and say, oh, actually, I'll give an example. Zumba, it's a good for self-defense. And he believes in Zumba, it's good for self-defense. You'll never change his mind. That makes sense. So it's not a point to argue about
Until he
that.
gets his ass kicked, then
Well, yes, it doesn't matter. So anyway,
he'll change his
then
own. He'll change his own mind.
yeah, I changed to a different organization after that, and I went with different on for different reasons, which I'm not going on them.
Yes, absolutely.
But
I respect
I left
that.
everything that because I feel it's too much. The structure is going on a different way. Actually, Krav Maga is about to empower people, to give people a chance to be able to defend themselves.
Which everybody has a right.
Yes. So for me, it's more important my students than the commercial side. So I left everything apart. Then I've done my own research. I trained here and there, and I found about Itai Gil. I had a short chat with Itai Gil.
Itai Gil from
Itai Gil from Protect Israeli Solution. I check his background. Everyone should check it and train with him. Yeah, it's
very humble
different.
man.
It's humble. It's telling you
Top of the
exactly
food chain in my
the way how I'm telling you. It's the way how he's telling me. Don't get it to the ground. Work out. I'll show you what think it's working for us. You test it.
Which, by the way, you have been doing this whole week, and I'm
Yes.
so grateful.
It's not a point to say you have to do it this way. No,
You
test
show
it,
me.
see what's working,
Yes.
what's not. Same with Itai. He said, look, that's how I do it. That's because this and that, and he have a vast experience on a real life. Yeah, it's not. I'll say it's not a dojo Krav Maga. It's a real life situation Krav Maga, which is totally different.
Like my friend Alex, who also was my right hand man here at Bootsy Bellows in Aspen, says not your hobby martial artist. Let's just talk for a minute about Itai Gil's background. Your mom? Did I pronounce that correctly?
he's
Israeli
ex-Yamam member. He was
Special Forces,
it's
anti-terrorist.
counter-terrorism unit. That's what it is, and he's even now he's advising. Not
Well, a consultant.
consultant.
For,
Yes,
for
yeah.
governments, for
Yes.
Israel. He was.
Yes, even now he's in touch with the unit. He's consultant for Yamam and other stuff. So it's a reason behind that.
Absolutely, and if I may add,
That
I
makes sense.
just know because he sent me his resume is incredible. The documents was the lead defensive tactics instructor for the bodyguards of the Israeli presidential
For
cabinet.
around 10 years, he ran a course for the bodyguards of the president of Ukraine, and so and so. Yes, so
and you are a partner with Protect.
yes, we are a
What's the
partner
name
with
of-
Protect Israeli Solution.
Right.
We represent him in UK, but also we are partner. Both of us, we are partner for on Engage Academy.
Engage Academy. So
Engage
tell me about Engage Academy, and also so Engage Academy falls under the umbrella or associated with Spartan. Krav
No,
Maga?
Engage Academy is a different. It's a different academy, which I'm the chief instructor there.
Chief instructor with Engage.
Yes.
And also Spartan, correct?
Yes, that's
But-
correct.
Okay, so tell me about Engage.
Engage is an academy that want to kind of change the things on as much as possible, to make everything simple, to make it accessible for everyone, not just about lots of money and lots of flowers.
If I may
Simple.
say, yeah, I got a little disillusioned with a lot of the big franchises. My own experience, I'm just speaking about myself. You know, I was taught by some great people, but it was all about those monthly affiliate dues. And I even know some associations, if you leave, they'll try to pull your instructor's certs. They can't take away the knowledge that you already got, but it's a shame because it's a racket, and a lot of the general public doesn't know the difference of who's who.
It's a hook.
Yeah, and I love the fact that like-minded people that you know, like yourself, you recognize what I recognize. You know, I have my own brand, my own business, and you know, you traveled all the way from the UK to come meet me, to come train with me, and for me, or to come train me, not me train you.
Yeah.
I'm learning from you. I have never
I
been
learn
in the
from you too,
military.
don't worry. We will learn from each other. We learn every day from every single person if we want to.
If we have an open mind, right?
Yes,
I'm
exactly.
always a student first, and it's a great honor. I'm extremely humbled, and I love what you guys are doing. Also with Engage Academy, I think we can, I know it's out there, so I don't think anybody would mind, but you guys have a film series coming
yes,
out, right?
It's
And you did
will
the
be
fight?
a short movie for 4 episodes. Good Krav Maga there. Itagil is one of the stars also. I've
You
done the
did the fight?
choreography. Yes, I've
Yeah.
done all the fighting based on exactly what we've been working this
Hardcore stuff, too.
this week. So no fancy stuff, no people that get beaten for 10 minutes and then they still can run and ask for help
Right.
and they're bleeding. That does not happen in real life.
You guys
But
kept it
anyway,
real.
We want
I'm
to keep
really
it real
looking
and
forward
not
to seeing it. Yeah.
not giving a false confidence to people.
Absolutely.
That's one thing what we don't do. We tell people that might work, that might not. You might have a shot, you might not. So it's a lottery. That's exactly what it is. Krav Maga is about surviving. Don't have nothing to do with sport. Don't have nothing to do with the fight. And should be, as I mentioned, the fighting should be the last result. Before, run if it's possible.
Sure. Use your
Employ
words.
your communication skills, escalation skills, because that's important. Sometimes people just get angry, just shout, monkey dance.
Right.
Don't get on their dance.
Right.
Just try to be humble and just say what the person want to need or need to hear from you, and you don't need to enter on any fight.
Yeah, you kind of stroke their ego a little bit, especially. I've
Ego is
encountered
not
that
your
so
best
much.
amigo, so just yeah.
I know we've done some great training this week, and we still have we have active shooter response seminar Friday night. I'm real excited about that.
It's tomorrow.
That is tomorrow.
Yes, and more fun Saturday.
Yeah, and 6-hour seminar, baseball bat, knife, gun defense. I'm
Some
super
crazy drill, yeah.
excited, and we invited local law enforcement. I invited the students from the police academy to come. I'm just really excited, and it's just been a great experience working with you.
It's good to know.
Yeah, well, it's been great. You've been kicking my ass all week, man.
No, really,
Sore
but
here,
I
sore
will do
here.
it later.
Sure. Is there anything else you want to say? Anything else you want to touch on? We have a few minutes left, and I just want to give you the opportunity. Like I said, I'm extremely humbled that you came here. Anybody you want to make a little shout out to, or?
So talking about Engage, as I mentioned, so I think everyone out there, not necessarily only the Krav Maga communities, every martial artist, everyone who want to see kind of a little bit of reality, they should watch. I think some of the movies will be released soon.
We get that on the app. We get a special app for that, right?
It will be a special app released soon, and more news will come soon. So
and of course, I'm posting all that on my Facebook page,
yeah,
social
so
media, Instagram.
yeah, I know you'll do all that. So
Yeah.
you're good on that. So I'm not good with technology.
I'm learning.
I'm just good with other stuff.
Yeah, you're definitely good at hitting people.
Well,
when it's necessary. No, but I mean it.
it has to be proportionate. Yes.
I mean it in a Krav Maga loving way. It's been a great experience, and you know, if you live in the UK, do yourself a favor and look up Gheorghe Husar and Spartan Krav Maga Academy, Engage Academy Club. Hey, we do have about a minute left. Tell me about your
Don't trick me.
What? What's that?
Don't trick me.
No, no. Tell me about your fight club that you guys do. Can you? Are you comfortable speaking on that? For
Oh
a minute?
yes.
'Cause I think,
So we
I
run.
think it's awesome.
No,
and
we
it's
run
coming
some.
to Aspen soon.
Yeah, we run some programs, some training programs. So one of them it's a fight club. So what we do there, we just we don't do sparring, as I mentioned to you. Sparring for me mean you condition your student to be there for 1 minute because people say, oh, you've sparred for 1 minute. So your student will stay there to fight for 1 minute, which actually on a real life you don't want to stay there, you just want to run. That makes sense.
Right.
So we work a little bit different, which I'm not going on the details.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure. We don't want to
I'll go on the
we don't
details
want to
with
give
you.
away the farm, right?
Yeah.
But it's
Actually,
a good time.
it's about surviving. So I'm running scenarios. I will tell the attacker what to do, and the defender has to deal with.
We got headgear.
Yes. So we don't work with gloves.
We keep everybody safe.
No gloves. The only protective gear what we use it's helmet with full visor, groin protection, and that's all. And I'll give you small details later, which everyone will enjoy it. And we've done it actually. We've done it in
How
our
many times
extreme.
have you done it? Like
Quite several times.
Yes, but it's a special event. This
Yes.
isn't a weekly thing, but
It's not weekly thing. It's just kind of
different scenarios.
different scenarios. We also have Krav Magalogy, which is
Krav Magaology.
yes.
We have about a minute left. Tell me about that.
We started last year with different programs, which kind of led to the last series where everything will be applied. So what you learn on
Kind of building
building
them
up,
to like
yes.
worst case scenario.
yes, so that will be 6 hours. So for example,
Wow.
our seminars are 6 hours,
Wow,
3 hours minimum. So we
Right.
work hard. Yes.
that's great, George. Well, this has been a pleasure, man. Thank you so much.
Nice to be here,
Yeah.
Gabe, and we'll go back to the base and work a bit more.
Yeah,
today.
yeah. We're gonna go get ourselves some lunch over at Scarlett's.
Yeah,
and
we need
I'll show you the club.
some energy for later.
Yeah, yeah. We'll get that double espresso. And,
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's great.
We'll hit Killer 82. That's what they call the highway.
Okay.
Killer 82. Obvious reasons. You saw the ice today. But we'll get home safely. And yeah, I'm looking forward to working with you in the future. Thank you so much.
Yeah, before we finish,
Yeah,
so
yeah, go ahead.
I'm glad that I'm here and I can share my knowledge with you, Gabe, which let's see, I can share with anyone. It's not a problem because I think everyone should benefit from as much knowledge as possible. You have your own experience through what you've done before. You
Right.
see how we work
Absolutely, yes.
and why and everything. So I want to thank to my students because I'll not be here without
Yeah.
them.
Thank you
I want
for
to thank
sharing
to
them. Right.
to my instructor team back in UK. They are taking care of our classes now. I want to thank to Engage Academy because also they help me with social media and other stuff. I want to thank to everyone that believe on me and is give me opportunity to improve.
Well, you have a great team. I've had an opportunity to have conversations with a few of your key people, and everybody has just been very welcoming and professional. And I know that they have the public's best interest, the safety of your students, and you guys are just doing great work in your community. So again, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.